The reason why Senator Fasano and our caucuses and our special guests today are here is to talk about the cuts, the rescissions the governor made last week to the intellectually and developmentally disabled population in the state of Connecticut. As you probably are aware, we are not happy with those cuts. And we are asking the governor and the legislative leaders to go into special session to decide what else we can do to save our most vulnerable in this state.
Today's an important day. It's your day. As most of you know, I have a brother who will be 50 years old next month, or in 9 days, who is intellectually and developmentally disabled. I spent 5.5 weeks with him in Hartford Hospital, working with him, trying to find him the right placement. I get it. I know what you guys go through. These cuts are very hard to the most vulnerable people in the state of Connecticut. I've been elected here at the House of Representatives to make decisions for all people in the state of Connecticut. And for one office to make a decision to make the cuts of our most vulnerable, all I ask is please let us into the room with leaders and as a full legislature to decide how the cuts are made.
I'm speaking today on behalf of our grandson, Matthew, who is a wonderful young man with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Matthew came to live with us when he was 8 with two of his siblings. He is now 25. He has worked very hard to overcome many obstacles and continues to do so with a smile on his face. Governor Malloy, you have slashed the Department of Developmental Services, formerly the Department of Mental Retardation, in favor of pet projects and raises when our economy cannot support this. Enough is enough. We need real leadership by both parties. It is your moral obligation to fund people, not projects. This is a civil rights issue. The intellectually and developmentally disabled in this state are being discriminated against when people are not given the support they need to live a fulfilling life in their communities. Stand true to what you were elected to do, to be the guardians of the rights of the people of Connecticut. Vote to stop the cuts, stop the politics, and do the right thing. Fund DDS, and hold them accountable.
This is Anthony. This is my son. I'm a single mom of a 23-year-old. He's severely disabled. He cannot do anything on his own. These continuing cuts have taken the possibility of residential placement off the table, or at least off the table until I die or can no longer care for him. It takes away his day program. It takes away a life for these individuals who were not asked to be born this way. While a second chance program is being put into place for some of the population, what about our children having a first chance in the state of Connecticut? Let's make the right choices here in Hartford and give individuals like my son, Justin, Matthew, Nick, and thousands of others a chance. We as parents have been forced into having courage to take care of our children, courage up here to stand against administration to help us. We ask that you legislators here in Hartford get the courage, stand up, and do what's right for our children and the children out there.
Representative Kathy Abercrombie had courage yesterday when she spoke out against the cuts to DDS by Governor Malloy. Thank you for your courage. Without funding, I could not live an independent life. Speaker Sharkey and all the nice legislators I have met here in Hartford, where is your courage? People with disabilities have to have courage every day just to live in this world. Why would you make this harder for us, Governor Malloy? Why are you making this life harder for people with intellectual disabilities by giving money to projects and people who won't have a life without help from DDS. I'm not very good at budgeting, and I get help from my coordinator, Emma. Maybe she can help you budget here too. I am asking everyone who hears me to do the right thing. Find your courage. Have our backs. Instead of bouncing the budget on our backs, stop cutting DDS money. Thank you.
We talk about courage and representatives who are doing the right thing. This is courage. Okay, this is what this is all about. This is why we get elected. This is why we run, to help people who need it the most. I want to thank you and all of your families for coming up here and telling the story that we try and tell, but we can't tell it anywhere near as well as you can tell it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We can certainly answer any questions, but I think these are the best question answers we could have. Thank you.
Any questions?